Hey everyone, Will here with my flea market finds for September 14th and 15th, 2013. Had a really just a spectacular weekend finding stuff. Probably one of my top 10 of the year, possibly the best of the year. It was that good. Not necessarily in terms of quantity, but the quality of the stuff I found was some really good quality stuff. I think you'll be surprised some of the things I show you today. Let me get started. First up, antique wagon. Marked Arrow Flyer. I'm going to guess from the 1920s, 1930s, somewhere around there. Can't be too many of these still around. This one's in decent shape considering its age. Paid $75 for that, and I'll probably put it in the store for $200. Probably put it on Craigslist at the same time. And not going to ship that. We'll do local pickup only. A few things for the home office. Got them for $1 a piece. Little organizers here. Yeah, you go into Staples and buy these things, they cost a fortune. Same way with the trash can. Brand new stainless steel trash can, still in the box. Got that for $10, and I just paid like $15 for a plastic one. That one will look a whole lot better. Got a Revell model B29. Still in the box, still in the packaging. $3. Models always do very well, especially still sealed up. Love the oil can here. Love the colors, the graphics. Red Bell motor oil. Got it for $12. Tempted to keep that one myself. Don't know what it is, but it's old. Lots of moth holes. Got a Indian on there. Delwater Gap. Don't know if it's a product or a place. They had 5 on it, and I got it for $3. Neat little felt banner. Take a look. 1 German hat, 2 German hats, and 3 World War II German hats. Now, the big question I always have when I see German stuff is it authentic? Well, this one, I'm pretty sure, I mean, it really looks authentic to me. It's got fading. You can look inside here, and, it's got sweat, dirt. Take a look at the rivet there, all got the little green corrosion going on there. That looks pretty authentic to me. This one looks pretty authentic too. If I can get out of the shadows here. I mean, it's been worn, it's got faded, got dirt around the collar. I mean, that's I gotta do some research, try to find out. Gotta authenticate these, make sure that they're real. Of course, can't sell it on eBay because of the swastika. This one probably troubles me more than any of them. The way that that black goes up and around the patch there. Seems like the Germans would do a little bit more to sew that on, but doesn't have that much wear. But so it was a lady selling these. I asked her, I said, what can you tell me about the hats? She said they were her grandfather's. They were in with his stuff. He died a few years ago, I asked her if he was in the war. She said no, he wasn't in the war. He was drafted. However, he failed the physical, and they didn't take him. So how he wound up with, if they're original, which, like I said, I'm pretty sure that at least those two are. No idea how he wound up with them, but pretty neat. And I got them for $25 a piece. You know, even if I'm totally wrong and they turn out to be reproductions, even at $25 for a reproduction, I think that's still a good price. But just some really neat, cool hats. Lots of history there. So have to do an update on them once I find something out. I guess you'd call this my military chair. Take a look. Signed Donald Rumsfeld. Let's see. Says, I've seen the patriotic dedication with which you embrace the challenge of moving Pentagon personnel back into their offices at the point of impact by 1 year anniversary of the attack. Your work has sent a message to the world that we are strong and united in our resolve. Thank you for a job well done. You have served our country well. Sincerely, Donald Rumsfeld. And if you look, that sure looks like a real signature to me. Can't really see with the glare around here. Maybe I can zoom in. But looks pretty neat. Hopefully it is his signature. I only paid $5 for that. So we'll have to see what that's going for. But the subject matter is great. Really good subject matter. Nicely framed. Can't go wrong for $5. Got a helmet. Now the helmet is post World War II, and it looks to me like some kid added the cross, although they didn't do too bad of a job. You can see they sanded the paint off around there, but this is a post World War II helmet. Check it out. It says, "Happy birthday, Charlie." I guess Charlie wanted a helmet for his birthday. But pretty neat. Nice old helmet. Got it for $10. What should so I'll sell the helmet separate from the liner. The liner here is a World War II. It's from World War II. It's made by, if I can zoom in on it, CPAC. They made liners during World War II from 42 until the end of the war in 45. So a nice original World War II liner. Seen better times, but still, I'll probably get about, let's say, $50 for the liner. And the old steel pod helmet. Somebody might think that that's real. I'll put in there that I'm not sure in the listing, but you know, might get. I just sold a regular post World War II helmet pot for 25, so it's at least 25 there. So turn the 10 into around 75. Not too bad. From the same person I got the hats from. Where's my third hat? There it is. From the same person I got my hats from. I got 2 ammunition boxes. And these are both stamped. Yeah, there's a date on the other one here. Can't make that out too well. Let me show you the other one. 1940. So once again, if they're original, and the reason I'm so you know, it's hard to tell with German stuff. You really have to know your stuff, because there's some really good counterfeit German stuff out there. And you know, right after World War II, they started making reproduction stuff. So you can have something that's counterfeit, and it's almost you know, from 1940 late 40s. So you have to be very careful. Luckily, these didn't cost me much. They were 10 a piece for those. Really nice knife here, marked Vitello, German. This is marked Yukon Hunter. Good quality knife. Best of all, I got two of them here, exactly the same. Paid $20 a piece for them, and I should be able to get $75 easy for those knives. On the topic of knives, check this out. It's a bolo knife, USMC brittle, and I paid $50 for this knife. And what really sets it apart is the fact it doesn't have a wooden handle. Now, every other bolo knife I've ever seen has a wooden handle held in with 4 rivets. They put like 2 down the bottom here, and 1 here, and 1 here. And the rivets go through the steel, holding the wooden handle in. And this has never been drilled out for a handle, which makes it kind of odd. So some people would think that $50 is top dollar for this because it doesn't have a handle, but I couldn't pass it up. I have to try to find out why this doesn't have a handle. Was it a factory second? Something wrong with it? It's been used a lot. Did somebody take it off the production line before it got to the point of having a handle? Did they use cord handles at one time? I've never seen any, but that would explain why this didn't have one. So, interesting. Love the bolo knives. Really heavy, thick knives. They use these, I think artillery crews used them to clear areas. Corpsmen used them, cut down small trees for litters. Used them a lot in the jungles. So with that, we're going to end part 1, and I'll start part 2 up in just a second here.